Okay, 57 car. Eric! Eric! Here's Eric!
Oh boy.
Yeah. What? This is Eric, oh boy?
Eric Graham.
Eric Graham.
Yeah.
In relation to Bill Graham?
No, related to Donnie Graham.
Oh, really?
Yep, he's my dad.
Wow. And what is he famous for, and what are you famous for?
Driving stock cars.
There you are. There you are. And these are super quick, super fast, and you've been here before?
I've never been here before. Last time I was here was as a spectator and crew chief for my dad in '84.
And so you know that this is a very quick track.
Yes, it is, and very slippery.
Yeah, and the hotter it is, the snottier it is.
That's right.
Yeah. But, so this will be your first time in the super stock. And that's
at this track. I've been racing the whole Tri-State Series, and we raced a couple of races last year.
Yeah, so you're not a rookie. I mean,
I'm still kind of a rookie. This is my first full season with a late model type car. I raced a couple years in a sportsman car in '88 and '89, and it took about 8 years off with no driving at all. So.
And you are having fun, right?
I'm having an absolute blast.
Yeah. Well, stay away from the white wall with the black car.
We're going to do our best to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go 3 wide. There's no way that these can go 3 wide. Not on this track. But go fast, turn left. What can I say?
All right, thanks.
And you're going to be on the race video now. We're still with Eric here because he's got a backup car. How do we know it's a backup car? We know it's a backup car because it's in back of this car.
Actually,
backup.
This is the primary. That's the backup.
Oh, jeez.
If you really must know.
Okay. Backup car. We can actually turn it around. And this is the guy. Now this, you probably recognize this guy up there. Wax on, wax off, wax off. He's a wax off.
He wax off.
Yeah. Okay. Don't tell me that this one yours too.
Did he just say you wax off?
He said that. I've got it on here.
No, just two of them.
Who's this?
That's the '77 car, Brad Wax.
So.
Wassman.
Oh, I know him. If one of these wrecks, you can use the other one.
Yes.
And they allow that in.
Yeah. Well, if we qualify one car and wreck and have to go to the backup, we'll have to start at the back. Sorry. Sorry, we'll have to start at the back of the pack. If we crash in practice and qualify the car we start in, then we get to start where we qualified.
Oh, it doesn't matter the car you use at that time.
Correct.
Oh.
So if something happens.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. But this is the last race of the season. We're 20 points ahead, and we just want to make sure that we wrap it up.
So you are in the point lead right now?
Yeah.
And you didn't even tell me that.
You didn't ask.
Are you in the point lead?
Yes, I am.
I thought I'd ask that.
No problem.
Good luck tonight, and good luck on your slim 20-point lead. There's just really no way, unless you didn't race, there's no way to catch you.
If we qualify terrible and don't do anything in the race, we can lose it. If we have a decent race, we've been doing pretty well so far this year. So.
No, seriously now.
We've got.
If you qualified and you raced and came in last,
well,
you'd still have enough points.
Sean Hayes is the car behind us. He'd have to finish 10 positions ahead of us to beat us. So that's not very likely. It is possible, but it's not likely. Well, you know what? Nothing is over until it's over, and that's why we brought the other car. We want to make sure to give it. We didn't feel like we'd give it 100% effort if we didn't bring the other car. And if something happened and we didn't have it, we'd really be kicking ourselves. So.
Yeah, and that is a 12-inch concrete wall.
Yes.
It doesn't move. Okay, thanks a lot, Eric. Have a good night. This is Brad. Where's Brad? Here, Brad. Huh?
Brad's at mine, up there at the top of the hill.
No, I don't see Brad.
Yeah, he's still registering.
Oh. He's what?
He's on 4th in point this year.
And you're part of the team, right?
We promote the Tri-State Series. She and I are the Tri-State promote.
Oh, well, who are you? How do you spell that?
I'm
Who are you?
God, I wouldn't expect that.
What?
I'm Virginia Wasman, part of the Tri-State Promoters. And this is our car because we also run a car. And this
You
year,
run the car.
our son drives the car.
Oh, Brad.
Brad.
Oh.
We do all the work beforehand, but when it comes to the race, we don't figure in any of the decisions that are made.
Well, yeah, I mean, because those are instantaneous and crew decisions, stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
the drivers.
This
need
driver's
to
call
know.
at that time.
Yeah. Besides, it's the drivers all need to know that we're not skewing it in favor of our own driver.
And right now I'm zooming in on your shirt that says Tri-State 2000 Challenge. And who are you?
I'm Orville Wasman, and I'm her husband. And we work together on promoting the series.
And so are you related to Brad too?
And a little bit, my son.
Aha! Now it comes out, folks. Can I tell you that I'll go off here for a second? There's Brad.
We wouldn't want you to get out of this. Would you like
Brad.
this cap to put on?
Here, Brad. Here, Brad. Here, Brad. Brad, do you know that they have a part of a fence named after you?
No, I didn't.
Well, isn't that what they call don't they call the barb on barbed wire? Isn't that a brad? Isn't it? Well, I don't know. Is it? But anyway, there's the barbed wire. So if anybody knows the real answer to that, call in. Call in to Orville in Virginia. Give me that card again. And the email address. Brad, so you're going to be points right now?
Fourth.
And I need you really to take those glasses off just for a second. Just so that we're sure you look the...
Well,
We'll put them in right down there. Oh, we got you there too. Okay, Brad. And how long have you been racing?
that's in 76.
Pretty close to the number. Why 77? Is there a particular reason?
Yeah, when I first started racing in Medford, I just went through the double numbers till one wasn't taken.
Oh, really?
77 was it.
It didn't have anything to do with Sunset Strip or...
No, none of that.
I'm sure that Nadine's probably got that music. We'll have to see if she's got that music. if you win, then she's got music that she puts in for driving.
Sunset Strip, 77 Sunset Strip, 77 Sunset Strip.
Good luck to you. And this is the mighty Rick Spencer. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Well, this is Rick Spencer's car. Rick will be along as soon as he gets through. In back. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hey, Rick. How you doing?
Good.
Video Joel, Lakeport Speedway. And you've been here before.
One time. Had a good time.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't you like in second place and then something happened?
No, we led pretty much half the race, and we're a half a lap ahead, and something happened.
Ah.
Fuel neck on the fuel cell come off and spilled fuel everywhere, so they started to black flag me. Then it quit leaking.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the field caught up. Yeah, it was a real fun evening.
Well,
Not.
We're not going to have that happen again.
No, our plan is to get that half a lap ahead again and keep it.
But yeah, you were racing like a Banshee Warrior.
Yeah.
That was really, really good and exciting too. And nobody could catch you.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get the car hooked up again, and this time we won't have any problems.
So I need you to take the glass off just for a second, just so people see.
You see who I am.
See? See? Hey, Brad was right. Brad was telling me you had two glass eyes. He's right.
Yeah, exactly. Without the glasses, I can't drive, so...
Oh, no, that was two glassy eyes. That was, I mishear these things. Yeah, I gotta get the car here for a second. Hey, so you've already been teched?
No, we have not.
Clean? Is it fast?
Fast.
Only you would know.
A lot of changes from last year, and it's been fast. I can't say it's fast yet today, but it's been fast.
Yeah, but you're in a real fast group too, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Is it this is a faster group than it was last year?
Yeah, I'd say there's quite a few more fast cars than last year.
So it makes for a better race.
Makes for a much better race. We're looking forward to it.
It comes right down to the driver.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck, Rick. Let me give you a card. Where's the driver? Where's the driver?
I'd be the driver.
You be the driver?
Yes, I am. Driver,
And-
owner,
And so who steers the car?
and Sean Hayes.
Sean!
Yeah.
You're Sean Hayes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I told you.
Like he knows that. This guy's got a great personality.
Is this Dale? Is this Ball?
No, this is my dad, Randy Hayes.
Randy. Sean. Randy, I told you. No shirt, no service.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Sean,
So what are we recording for?
we're recording for the Lakeport Speedway. I'm Video Joe. And this is going to be the race tape. You're going to be on it. And whatever you say can and will be used against you. So
Subject to proper editing.
No, absolutely not. We just
No?
leave in the worst stuff you could imagine.
Ah.
Anyway, we want to know about the car and how long you've been driving and how you doing.
The car is a 94 Southwest Tour chassis. It's a Howe chassis. Oh, we got all kinds of noise now.
They can hear you fine.
Huh? Speaking of microphone.
Well, they can hear you fine.
Okay. This is my third year racing.
Oh.
I did 2 years racing up in Anderson at Shasta Speedway with this same automobile in a late model series. And we decided to do the Tri-State Series this year. And I'm doing really well. I'm second in points. And I was only 3 points behind Eric Graham going to Roseburg. Had some pressure on him, and I kind of blew it myself in qualifying and had a race incident where I had a right front tire go flat, so that put me down a couple laps.
Ooh.
Still real fast on the track, but didn't have real good finishing position as far as payout and points goes. Main goal was to have fun this year and be competitive and go as fast as we could go, and we've done pretty well at that. I'm actually rather surprised that I've been able to do as well as I have been, because every track I've gone through this year on this series has been a new track for me. I'd never raced on it up until this year.
Yeah, well, be careful on this one. It has a tendency to be, when it's hot, to be slick as snot.
To start with, and then see what we can do.
Yeah. See, yeah, get the feel of it on the hot laps, and just be careful with it until hopefully the track cools off.
Yeah, I think I might have a little advantage in that aspect, in that we're running a 9-to-1 motor, so it's not big cubic inches. Still got a lot of horsepower, but it's still 9-to-1.
Well, so is 44 up there.
Yeah.
Dana Stahl up there. So this is 21, and Sean Hayes, he promises to go out front and not relinquish the lead and win the race. That was a promise. Wasn't that a promise?
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was.
I hope.
Anyway, good luck to you, Sean. And now you're going to be all over the race video.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night. She's the driver of this car.
Yeah, right.
So I just find that so hard to believe.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's the driver of 66?
Okay.
So, what's your name?
Name's Preston Odell.
Preston Odell.
Odell.
And your car number is?
Car number 66.
Okay. And how are you doing?
We're doing pretty good in the Del Rica Open late model series.
And how long have you been racing?
2 years in late models.
Ooh.
Did some SCCA stuff.
Yeah, they'll hear you fine. He did that on purpose. That's that Sean Hayes. And so you've never raced here.
This is my first time at Lakeport.
Yeah. Be careful. It's a very, very thick concrete wall, but when the track cools off, it'll be better.
Yeah.
As is every track.
Well, I love a loose car.
But, well, you like that dirt racing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You like the dirt track.
The tires are spinning, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Might not be fast, but it's fun.
All right. Odell is the guy to watch. He's our dirt tracker. Okay, good luck to you tonight. And this is... Well, this is how Randy's going to race his car tonight. He didn't do any good last year. So, Randy. Oh, you haven't had that checked or anything, huh?
Pardon me?
You haven't had that checked.
Sure I have.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. This is Randy Ball. Why is the H in front of your last name silent?
It's actually Norwegian. It's actually Scandinavian.
Oh, yeah.
That's what my mom said. So the H is silent. Pronounced ball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how are you doing this year?
We've been doing well. We won at Roseburg, and we got third there last time out. We haven't raced as much this year. Went to Ukiah, and we didn't do very good down there. I think we got 7th, but just...
Well, this is a better track.
Yeah, you can pass here. Ukiah, you can't.
Yeah.
In Ukiah, they need painted lines off the centers like they got here.
I tell you, that's a tough track, especially coming out of those corners.
Well, if they'd make the guys hold their line, give you some room, then it'd be a lot better racing.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets
But
a
it's
little,
fun.
gets a little rubby.
Yeah, hopefully. We done well last year. We got to start the rear last year. So, we'll do all right.
Yeah, the Spencer's fuel line or whatever it was went bananas, and that helped.
Yeah, he got out of my way, and then it was easy after that.
Yeah. Well, that's all you have to do, Randy, is tell him, get out of my way.
That's it.
You got to put a little flasher on the front thing that reads backwards so that when they look at their mirror,
Yeah, that's
get
it.
out of my way.
It's not quite that easy.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did it, though?
Yeah. Okay.
But now, Randy Ball, he actually won the race here last year. Took it away, firecracker form. Did you ever get that video? You should have got that video.
I don't think I did.
It was good.
I think Strauss told me he had it, and I just didn't get it from him. I'll have to ask him. They probably still don't have it.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
Randy. Good luck to you tonight. These guys are fastening down the hood so I can't take a look at the engine.
I think you're right. I've got to put a couple nuts on there.
And this looks like a Chris Strucka car. Same number. There's Chris! What the heck? You know how long it's been since we saw Chris? A whole week. 7 whole days. So Chris, how do you like being back at the Lakeport Speedway, racing the big, giant...
No, it feels good to be back. It's been a long time.
Now we call these super stocks, right?
Yeah, that's what they are here. This car is actually a super late model. We race down at Irwindale Speedway in Los Angeles. We're just going to run this one time with the Tri-State guys, kind of give the hometown crowd a little bit of a show.
Yeah.
And I try to have some fun.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of support last week just going around the track.
That's good. We love the people in the stands.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
biggest reason we're here is just put on a show.
they love you too. All they have to hear is Chris Strucka and bingo there. Ah! Yeah, well, you'll hear it. You got to get a race video, you'll hear it. We have an ambient microphone on top. Hey, that's somebody trying to get me here. So, are you in radio communication with your crew?
Yes. Yes, we have radios.
And that helps?
It helps a little bit. Mostly at this track, it just kind of, as tight as it is and as fast as we're going, it's good to have somebody else can tell you where there's problems on the track.
Just take the last off, just for a second. I know. He never liked his dad just a little while ago. There he is. This is Chris Strucka's dad, just to prove that I did see him. Anyway, good luck to you tonight, Chris.
Thank you.
Have a good night. I'm going to give you a hard-working pit crew over here. These are called the Pit Girls. Hey, get back to work. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax on. Okay. These are girls that work the pits. Now, exactly what that means, we'll leave it to them.
Leave it to everybody's imagination.
You know that we're on, don't you? Yeah, we are. Are you with the drivers or part of that group? And who are you with?
Randy Ball.
Randy Ball?
Yeah.
That's Slowpoke?
That's one. That would be my other half.
Yeah, and that would be the guy that won this hands down last year.
So we hear and know.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good race last year. Super late model. Actually, super stock.
Put it on this guy.
I already owed you one, but I always got this one you're not getting back. The other one you got coming.
Spencer's actually going to race his car this way. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, bud.
No, I'm Joe. Bud's the other guy. You running in this? Is this a 350?
Yes, 350.
And the horses are about what?
750.
Really? You have your drinks in front of you there.
Those ain't drinks, those are the oil pressure and the clutch fluid.
Yeah, that's what he calls them. They're actually scotch and soda.
Okay.
Wait,
This is Mike Does. How do we know he's Mike Does? Because he does. It says right there, Mike Does. And a little rubbing. Little rubbing. Well, there's Joe, Gina, and Rolando. Oh, tell me something. I need you to take this just for a second. This is Janice Busciazzo's main source of
Sponsorship,
yeah,
income,
and all that stuff.
and all that good stuff.
And he
Good
also,
old dad.
And dear old dad keeps that car going.
We try.
And so how is she doing in this superstar?
Well, this is going to be our first real race this year.
And so you've got about a 350 in there?
Yes.
And let's get up in the shade. Well, I can walk and talk too. Is it, you're pulling down about how many horses? 500 plus or?
I don't think so.
You know, on this track, it really isn't necessary, is it?
No, it's not.
Is it, it's one of those where the driver makes the difference, and she's had a lot of experience on this track.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll give it a good shot tonight. As long as she brings it back in one piece, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Janice, few words. First race of the season. First of all, what's your name?
My name is Janice Busciazzo.
And you're driving a...
Tri-State Challenge late model.
And this is the first time this year?
Correct.
Or is it the first time ever?
No, I drove one last year and this is my new car.
Ah, right. And so you got a real good chance here because no matter what horses you're running with, I mean, as far as horsepower, it's the driver, and you've got a lot of experience on this track.
Yes, I have about 8 years experience.
Yeah. So, and I'm telling you, a lot of these guys have no idea that they're going to be pushing and loose like crazy, especially when it's hot. So be careful.
I will.
Out
Thank
there
you.
when it's hot. And good luck to you tonight, Janice.
Thank you.
Fortunately, we don't have enough time to talk to Bob.
Can't hear you, Joe. I got my earplugs in. I gotta go. I really got something I want to say.
So, just offhand, speaking to your butt here, what would you say the track temperature is right now?
Well, we haven't gone down and measured it, but I bet it's at least 140 degrees.
Somebody said 153.
They just checked.
Oh.
It's 153 degrees. That's why it's so loose out there.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I'll drink this while you talk.
Was this working?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I attended the Miss Lake County pageant last night. And I learned two things. First, congratulations. Joe's daughter won, in case. Learned two things. First, congratulations. Joe's daughter won, in case you guys didn't hear that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new Miss Lake County 2002, the winner of a $2,100 scholarship is contestant number 6, Christy Lee.
I learned two things. One, I learned I can sing, and Joe would know what I mean. And two,
no, wait a minute.
I learned that someone that is as challenged as Joe could possibly have a daughter that's pretty enough, smart enough, and talented enough to win the Miss Lake County pageant.
Ladies and gentlemen. Lake County, thank you once again for being such great supporters of the program. Have a good time, have a good summer, and
What's it?
I'll tell you later.
No, come on now.
This is not going on tape. I'll tell you later.
No, come on now.
This is not going on tape.
You learned to
I was just comparing.
Okay, and when he says challenged as Joe, he's jokingly referring to that I could create a clone as nice
God,
as
I mean, just take this thing and just people got to see what he looks like. I mean.
Well, okay.
But anyway, your daughter did a heck of a job, and I think you should be real proud of her. That was great.
Let's see if we can both get in here. This is Bob and I. So now look, who's the challenged one?
but no one in my family's ever been this Miss Lake County.
Stall racing, right there. And Dana, what is stall racing?
We primarily build race cars for a lot of places in throughout Northern California and Southern California. I have some customers back in as far as Michigan area, but most of it's out here on the West Coast. Build all types of race cars.
Now, do you do Winston Cup cars?
No, I don't. We don't build those. It's primarily like the NASCAR, the Southwest Tour Division, some Winston West cars, a lot of the local stuff.
And the name of your business is Dana Stall Racing?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been doing that?
I started building cars down in Watsonville in '85, and when running that Pacific Coast region down there at the Watsonville Speedway, we had, when I quit building cars down there and moved up here, 18 of the top 20 cars were all my cars.
Wow.
I've won my cars, me as a chassis builder, has won 8 straight Pacific Coast region titles down there through that time.
Now,
So.
you race cars yourself.
Yeah, I ran up steadily up until the early 80s. Then in 86, I ran here for the last time for roughly 8 or 9 races. Then from 86 to 90, I only ran 1, maybe 2 races a year, which was up at Shasta Speedway. Then I sat out till last year. I sat out a little over 10 years, and we built this car we have now, special for that one race. I'm doing a lot of R&D-ing for Wellwood Disc Brakes and Howe Racing, which is back in Michigan. We do some testing for Penske race shocks and so forth.
Oh, wow.
But this car here is primarily just kind of a test car. We throw different stuff at it every time we go to a race.
And you're talking about the 44 here? And what is this car?
Well, it's basically just a test car. It's set up similar to the Southwest Tour cars or these tri-state racing cars. The frame's a little different. We're trying different suspension packages and spindles and shocks and stuff. So,
can we, let's take a look under the hood. Can we do that?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to turn off it. Look at this. We're on now, and he says that this needs to be clean. We could eat off this engine. In fact, this is cleaner than the table I ate off last night. This is something. And so now, what is this engine? I mean, how...
This is just a 358 Chevrolet motor built by LTR Racing out of Oxnard, California down there.
And have you done anything special with this, or the shocks or anything?
We're trying a different shock package and spring package from what we ran here when we tested here last week. We're constantly trying something different.
So about what is the horsepower on these?
This motor here, it's just a little 9-to-1 motor with the 390 carburetor on it. It's right at 560 with this carburetor on it.
Well, and that's all. And what can we assume you're doing in the straightaway? What straightaway do you have?
You're right at 100 miles an hour, just at the end of the straightaways here.
And so it's just a flash second or so before you're into the turn.
Yeah, at Lakeport here, it's hard to get full throttle at this little racetrack. It's a good little racetrack. I really enjoy racing here. If you can drive this place, you can drive just about anywhere.
Now, you yourself have won a number of titles, haven't you? Hang on. There we go.
Not so many as titles, but a lot of big races. We concentrated on the bigger races, the money races when I was growing up, and from the super modifieds on up into these stock cars here.
Now, in your racing, you've mostly raced what, modifieds? Or?
Super modifieds and the open comp cars. I'm not into this run by the rules type thing, but if needed to, I will do it.
And you are sitting on the board of directors of...
Yes, I'm a board member of NCRA, Northern California Race Association.
And they actually run this racetrack at well, they...
Yes, it's a board of directors operated association. We have track managers, which in Bob and Nadine Strauss, that help us out, oversee everything. They do pretty much the business end of everything.
You grew up here in Lake County, or?
Yeah, I went to school here, graduated from high school here, moved from here in '76, went down to Watsonville area where I started my business down there, and moved back here in '96 to kind of semi-retire, to get away from everything, and it didn't work out that way.
It got busier than crazy, right?
Yeah, we're nowhere near as busy as what we used to be down there, but I do a good pair of business up here.
Yeah, and you're building race cars and for a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yes.
And bombers. And...
Well, I don't turn anybody down. I like helping the little guys. I get more satisfaction out of the little guys. The big guys expect more from you than what the little guys do, I feel. That's just my personal opinion. But I get a lot of self-satisfaction out of helping the little guys out.
So, now, how old are you now?
I just turned 50 3 weeks ago.
And, my goodness, you're still a young guy, and you're coming on like gangbusters here.
I feel like I'm young.
Well, you still act young, and you're doing a young man's sport, so you're a young guy.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, Dana, and good luck to you in all your car building and R&D and all that stuff you do. You design cars, too,
Yes,
don't
we
you?
do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, see, something I didn't know is that you'll actually take a car and redesign it from what it is.
Correct.
and make it better.
Well, we try.
Well,
We've failed a few times.
We've seen this time and time again on the track where a car won't do anything, and then you've had it in the shop over a weekend or something, and the next week they come out and they win a race.
We get lucky every now and
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Okay, we're looking at a really tight interior and interior seat. These are all safety precautions and safety features, the roll bar and such. Now, do you guys wear like a Hans or anything like that in these?
We're not required to wear them right now, but I'm going to start wearing one. We can either wear the Hans or the Hutchinson. I prefer the Hutchinson. It's just a little more comfortable in these seats. These seats that are being built for us, this particular seat here, I like the Butler-built seat. They're built to fit your body. They fit really tight on you, and the Hutchinson device seems to work a lot better.
Now, what's the difference between Hans and Hutchinson?
Well, one is a collar that you have to wear. It's type of a collar thing that hooks down, and the Hutchinson is just, it's like a harness that comes up between your legs and wraps around your chest and hooks on both sides of your helmet. Checking this car now if you want to.
Uh-oh.
This is just some of the tech we go through.
And so when a tech is doing this, what's he looking for?
He looks a lot for safety and legality pieces. Like this carburetor here, they're all sealed. What they do, they take some special gauges and they measure the carburetor. Certain things on the carburetor have to be checked. Butch here has been teching cars, and he's been with me for years. He sealed this thing a few races back, so he knows that it hasn't been tampered with. And
so why do they have to be sealed?
We have a spec carburetor to wear, and that keeps it a little fair on the playing field and everything.
And so people can't do adjustments and like that?
You can't take the carburetor apart and make it bigger or do anything internally in it.
Mm-hmm. So he pretty well knows what he's looking for.
Yeah. You want to say anything, Butch?
So,
is there anything you want me to cover?
Anything wrong with the car?
No.
No. What do you see when you look at these cars?
We're basically checking for the safety issues of the race car to make sure that the interior of the race car for the drivers is safe.
And what is your name?
I'm Butch Schaefer.
And where are you from?
Anderson, California.
And what's your function?
I am the chief official for the Tri-State Series.
And the Tri-State, what are the Tri-States?
Tri-State's a late model division that travels in the western United States, basically Oregon, California, and Nevada. Those 3 states, that's why it's labeled as a Tri-State Series. The other part of the function of tech is we also have a 390 carburetor rule. We have gauges that we use to check the carburetor to make sure that it fits and that it hasn't been modified in any way to give a competitor an advantage. It's the belief of the series is that we're trying to make the field even. Everyone has an even playing field. No one has a competitive advantage over another competitor. That's why we do tech, and we do this every race.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Butch.
Thank you.
Back to Dana. I've got one more question, Dana. How long have you been racing this car? I mean, okay, the question is, when was this car built, and how old is it? How many modifications have been done to it in the meantime?
This car was built last July. We built this car to race at Wind River 150 up in Shasta, which is an October big 3-day event that we concentrate on quite heavily. And it was built for that race. That was the first time I'd run in almost 12 years. And we were lucky enough, we ended up second in that race.
Wow.
We've never taken this car to the racetrack the same twice. We've always doing different testing on whether it's a spindle or a hub or some suspension piece or something. We're always testing something either for Howe or Wellwood or Penske race shocks. We tested here last week and the car's been changed from then.
So you actually you set the car up for the track you're at.
Right,
and
correct.
And then you keep resetting.
Correct.
And the conditions of the track change, obviously, when it gets cooler at night. And that, Do you start making changes, adapting to the coolness of the track?
Yes, we do. I mean, today's going to be kind of tough out here at Lakeport. It's going to be hot in the low 100s today. It's going to be a little hard to get a hold of, so we'll probably play with the shock package and the spring package on the thing.
Oh. You got your work cut out for you. Thanks a lot again, Dana.
Thank you.
And good luck to you tonight. So, Dana, one last question. Absolutely the last and final question. Who's going to drive this car?
I do.
You're actually going to drive your own piece of
That's
work.
it. That way I have nobody to blame except myself.
You're going to be thoroughly responsible.
You bet.
Okay, well, very best of luck to you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night. All these guys.
No, I don't need to say anything.
Yes.
No,
Patty.
I'm no, thank
Patty,
you.
say a few words.
I have nothing to say.
I want to show you something. Hold this for a second.
Okay.
Because I got my hands full. It might be a little wet, but it's only water.
It's only water.
I want to show you something here. Well, watch what we're going to do here. Okay. We can get you.
Oh, don't do that.
And you know what we're going to do?
No.
You don't know what we do to the videos here anymore, do you?
No, I don't.
we take pictures like this.
Uh-huh.
Now watch. See?
Mm-hmm.
That is a still.
That's nice.
It's a still